Chapter number 37, Flawless Delegation. Dr. Smith was having another bad day. He was running behind again and felt out of control, which left him so distracted that his patients could sense it. What's worse, it was only 10:30 a.m. on Monday. For the umpteenth time, he asked himself, why does practice have to be so hard? His desk and pockets were littered with small scraps of paper with scribbled reminders of important tasks, but he was losing that battle. There's just too much to do, he said under his breath. A recent new patient program had caused the practice to grow, which was good for the bottom line, but his stress had also increased exponentially. Sadly, experience taught him that whenever the practice grew like this, he'd lose control of the details, the pressure would build, and the growth would slip away. Why even bother trying to build the practice? Dr. Smith worried about all the loose ends and uncompleted tasks at the office while he was at home, and his stress stole the joy from the time he spent with his family. And as if that wasn't bad enough, he also worried about his family while taking care of patients. At the end of the day, he slumped into his desk chair completely exhausted, wondering how he could finish the month, let alone keep this up until retirement. There had to be a better way. Across town, Dr. Jones had just finished another busy, exciting day in the clinic. He loved the way the whole team pulled together, with everyone doing their special piece to produce yet another stellar performance that was more fun than work. Here are your stats, doctor. I think you're going to like them. His CA handed him the day's numbers neatly written on a Post-it note. After a quick review, he smiled and looked up to say, "Great work, team. We rock." So why does Dr. Smith feel like he's carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders, and Dr. Jones feels like his much larger practice is a game? And why does Dr. Smith do 3 times the work and yet see a fraction of the patients Dr. Jones does? Years ago, Dr. Jones had a similar struggle, but he learned a step-by-step process for delegation, and that process empowered his team and cut his workload to a fraction. Dr. Smith had also tried delegating, but according to him, it blew up on him several times. After discovering serious staff errors, he was left muttering, "If you want something done right, you have to do it yourself." Dr. Jones, on the other hand, did only what he was required to do and delegated everything else. He knew for certain that each delegated task was being done exactly like he designed it. This knowledge alone allowed him to be in the moment at the clinic with patients and also at home with his family. 2 caring chiropractors, 2 entirely different experiences. One was buried by an avalanche of poorly done or incompleted tasks. The other was hard-pressed to even call his practice work. As fate would have it, Smith and Jones, who had never met before, ended up in the same seminar and in the coffee line together. Dr. Smith read Dr. Jones' name tag and said, "Heard you see lots of people. You must work your tail off." "We're busy, but it's pretty low stress. I cut my workload to almost nothing several years ago when I started to delegate. Most days it runs as smooth as silk," Jones replied. "I tried delegating, and it was a disaster," Smith grimaced as he shook his head. "My first attempts at delegating were pretty bad too, but I learned a simple process that works like a charm. Want me to diagram it for you?" "Won't let you out of here unless you do." Both men smiled. The 2 new friends grabbed a table, and Dr. Jones proceeded to teach what he called the 7 secrets to flawless delegation. Number 1, you have no right to expect anything that isn't written down. This assumption requires you to list everything you want, which clears up most misunderstandings and synchronizes expectations. Hold yourself to this axiom, and you'll have a better life. Hot tip: Each task on a written checklist is delegatable, and every position has a checklist. Number 2, write each delegated task out step by step, exactly the way you want it done. Draw up a flowchart, attach a script, or copy a page from your practice management manual. Just make it crystal clear. Hot tip: every position should have a delegated task book. Number 3, discuss how the delegated tasks serve the clinic goals. This is the big why. The task makes sense to you, the doctor who needs to delegate, but you still need to put it into context for your staff, relating it back to your philosophy, clinic vision, purpose, and mission. Hot tip: connect each delegated task back to a high purpose. Number 4, demonstrate the task for the staff. Most of us learn by watching and copying what we see, so give staff a good model to follow. Hot tip: record videos of tasks being done right and share them with the trainee. Number 5, make sure your staff can explain the what, where, when, why, who, and how of the task. Ask questions to test their understanding of the delegated task. Hot tip: start with simple questions about task mechanics and expand to more complex applications. Number 6, work with the staff until they can demonstrate the delegated task to the standard. This is the only way that you know that they can do what you're delegating. Hot tip: each task should require an official sign-off before it's considered delegated. Number 7, perform regular inspections. Don't micromanage, but regularly inspect delegated tasks to make sure that they're being handled appropriately. Ask questions, give feedback, and fine-tune the training process. This step is key to strong delegation and to keeping the task in good repair. Hot tip: remember, you get what you inspect, not what you expect. Ouch, Smith lamented when Jones was done. This is too much. I'm already buried. I wouldn't even know where to start. Jones smiled. I know just how you feel. I felt that way myself, but I found delegating was the only way out of my mess, and it saved a lot more time than it took. Jones explained that he picked a few simple tasks first, explained the 7-step process, and got 3 projects delegated and functioning well. Both my CA and I were so pleased that we were motivated to do more. That's how I built my delegating skills. I just kept tackling the next task. It's how I've now delegated 80% of my work, Jones told Smith. And there's a side benefit I haven't even mentioned. This year, I'll take a full 6 weeks off with the family, and I'll still have a best ever year financially. What? Really? How? Using the 7-step delegation process over time has my associates and CAs running on rails. I leave for a great vacation, but the delegated task stays in place, everything functioning beautifully. Dr. Smith just stared at the 7-point outline Jones had sketched. It actually made sense. In that instant, he decided to change. What did he have to lose? Fast forward 2 weeks. Dr. Smith is proud he's already delegated 4 tasks, and his CA appreciates the clarity of the 7-step process. He sends Dr. Jones an email. Subject: 4 tasks delegated, 22 to go. Hey, Dr. J, can't thank you enough. Love the 7 secrets to flawless delegation. I'm not flawless yet, but I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Practice is fun again. Best, Dr. S.